So here's a story. That's how you start every fucking video, right? Alright, slightly morbid story. Now, should I start that way? Fuck. Here's a story about bowling. There's gotta be a plot twist. My family, used to bowl a lot. And when I say my family, I mean my aunts, uncles, and grandma and grandpa. They had like a little bowling league, and they would get together on the weekends all the time, and they would bowl. Never let my brother and I join. We were very angry about that. Make a mental note of that, because I'm going to use it to, like, throw a total fucking plot twist at you. So keep that in mind. Keep that in the cranium. My brother and I always wanted to go. So my brother and I were never allowed to go to their little secret bowling meetings. We thought it was, like, some fucking dangerous-ass fucking place that they were doing this shit. We were like, oh, I bet there's no kids there. There must be, like, just booze up the ass. Like, we're like, it must be, like, a bar, like, we're... Like, why else can we come? They're like, you're too young. But finally, we got to go. So we went like once or twice. We're like, hey, we found out it was not fucking dangerous. There was a bunch of other just mellow adults. There was smoking, because back at the time, you could smoke indoors. It wasn't illegal or anything. There was even a children's play area. It was like glassed off, which is weird. It was like a glass cage, and then there was like little kid slides. Black as fuck, alright? That was racist. What I mean by that, there was no lights ever in it, but like you would have like it was like a little daycare, so maybe it was like a daycare during the day or something. I wasn't sure, but there was like little kid slides in there and like little kids chairs and stuff. So obviously this place was not dangerous to the naked eye. There was even once my uncle bought me a scratch-off ticket thing, and I scratched off and won him $100, and he gave me 20. Piece of shit. So anyways, my brother and I were hanging out one day. We were playing with this other boy, I believe, and we were running around like the locker rooms. I think we were just playing tag or like superheroes or something like that. And I was like trying to get at my brother or something, and he made me angry. We were running around the lockers. And here comes the greatest regret of my entire fucking life. Are you ready? This is actually number 3. Swear to the Lord above that this is my 3rd greatest regret of my entire fucking life. This haunted me for at least a year. Solid year. And I still fucking feel terrible. Like, if you know anything about me, you'll know why this made me feel terrible. Anyways, I'll get to it. I know you want to hear the rest of the story. So we were playing around this locker room, and I can be a bit of a hothead. I have the capacity for that when I am with my brothers, as every siblings will know. You have that. It just happens. Your brothers and your sisters just happen to easily provoke you. I was angry, so I gave my brother a shove over this wooden bench. So my brother goes over, and I go running around the other side to like get him. Seriously? Right now? Like, you gotta do that, right? Like, I'm in the middle of something here. Fucking hell, you believe that guy? Anyway, so I go around to get my brother, and like I hear him like scream or something. Like, I don't even think he necessarily screamed. He was just like, God, or some shit. And I go around to see him. I'm like, what happened? His knee has been split open. There is a flap of skin just flapping there. And I'm like, holy shit, no. Oh my God. Jesus. And he's just bleeding. I'm like, fuck. And if there was another boy, like, I like told him to run and go get somebody, because I'm like, Jesus, okay. So my brother and I are very close, obviously. Our whole lives were dedicated to each other, and we were all about theatricality in our games or whatever. So I whip his arm over me, and I start like helping him, and he's limping, and it's like we're fucking in some sort of World War II movie, and I'm like helping him through the fucking front lines, hobbling back to where the rest of our family is. And the first words out of my grandfather's mouth is, Jesus Christ! He just freaks the fuck out. And they're like, oh my God, what happened? Everybody else is relatively calm, except for my grandfather just blew a fucking gasket like goddamn Tin Man. Like, he's acting like the end of the fucking world is coming. The rest of my family's trying to keep calm because my brother's got a split open fucking knee. So in that scenario, you're probably trying to keep the child calm. But my grandfather is just freaking the fuck out, as if we had to leave to go heal my brother's injury, and he came off as being more upset that we just had spoiled his fucking game. He was just pissed that he had to leave. We were just like, yeah, gee, sorry, my brother's bleeding out. I'm sorry that this is inconvenient for you. 13-year-old me, 12-year-old me will, I'll just drive him. That's okay, that's fine. I will drive him. So anyways, after everybody was freaking out and somebody brought us napkins, probably shouldn't be using bar napkins to keep the blood from spilling from my little brother's knee, but kudos to you, family. So after doing that, after spending way too much fucking, and I mean way, like I was upset because A, that was my fault that my brother had been injured, and B, everybody's just, you know, taking their sweet ass fucking time getting out of here, specifically my grandfather. I have some strong words for him. So finally, we take him to the hospital. He gets healed up, and his leg is in a brace for like the next couple months, and I feel like shit. Ironically, we have matching scars on our knees, but that's a story for another later. Mine looks like an eye, like a cat eye, and now he has a scar of a crescent moon on his knee. So that's my story. That's my morbid sort of story about my brother splitting open his knee. Due to my stupidity. It was on a locker, by the way. If you didn't, that's how he split his knee. It was on the back of a locker. That place needed to be shut down. My brother still wants to go there and burn that place to the ground. He wants to go there and just wreck that locker room. That's a fun little tidbit extra for you. So that's my bowling story. My significant bowling story. Needless to say, I don't care for going back to bowling alleys too often.